वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। ॐ शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ॐ यैरिमे गुरुः पूर्वमदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याता सर्ववेदान्ताः योगाः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। ॐ समस्तब्रह्मविद्या योगविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो नमः। ॐ श्री हिरण्यगर्भाय कपिलमहर्षये 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 नमः। ओम श्री पतंजलि महर्षये 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 नमः। ओम श्री व्यास 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 महर्षये नमः। ओम योग दर्शन द्वारेण वेदांत दर्शन द्वारेण परब्रह्मणः आत्मनानुभूति द्वारा मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थं पतंजलि महर्षि प्रणीत योग दर्शन शास्त्रस्य अध्ययनं व्यास भाष्य वृत्ति समेत वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम अथ पतंजलि योग दर्शनं प्रथमः पादः समाधि पादः प्रथमं द्वितीयं सूत्रम्। ओम अथ योगानुशासनम्। ओम अथ योगानुशासनम्। ओम अथ योगानुशासनम्। द्वितीयं सूत्रं योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। योगः चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः। We are in the second sutra explanation. Atha yoganuशासनम्. What is the yoga? The word explained in the Prathama Sutra. Now in the second sutra has come to us to tell us the lakshana of the yoga sadhana or yoga. So yogaha chitta vritti nirodhaha. So chitta chittasya vritti vrittinam nirodhaha nirodhaha. So chittasya vrittinam nirodhaha yoga sadhana. Niruddhe sati, when all the vrittis are niruddha, then yoga will happen. What is the happening yoga? Sarupe avasthanam. We discover the essential self. So I, my essential self, instead of experiencing the self, I am suffering as a jiva, was all because of chitta vrittis. So when the niruddha of the chitta is done, I come back to my own essential self. In this bhasha, the yoga darshana gives the same mukti which is promised by the Vedanta, the Aham Brahmas. Yoga darshana and Vedanta darshana, in the result it is same. But in the process, Vedanta darshana focuses on self more and more. In yoga darshana, the focus on more the anatma called as chitta for its own elimination, for its own dissolution. Difference between these two is only this much. Laksha is same. Laksha being same, we can make complementary use of both of them for our own evolution. Therefore, we are taken up this study, though our goal is the Brahma Tattva through Vedanta. Now, yesterday, we have spoken again about the Chitta at length. Chitta is Antakaranam. Like we have the Bhya Karanas, so too we have Antakarana. That Antakarana commonly called as Chitta. Functionally, Chitta has got four. That four of Chitta called Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankara are accepted in Vedanta, in Yoga, everywhere. But in the explanation of the Yoga, Chitta is the word used. Therefore, Chitta means what it should be? Antakarana. Chitta means what it should be? The Manabuddhi Chitta Ahankara put together. That is one understanding. Now, in the context, Chitta is that which be attentive, goes on taking different shapes, unstable unless it is fully controlled. And how it takes different shapes? Because of the three gunas. And how many shapes it takes? Be attentive. How many shapes the water takes? Millions of the shapes in the form of waves. So, to how many ways the chitta takes the shape is millions. Therefore, the vrittis in the chitta are millions, endless. But for the sake of the reason for which the chitta is becoming the vritti, it is categorized three. So one is the sattvika vrittis, when the sattva guna influences chitta, then the rajasika vrittis, when the rajoguna influences chitta, tamo vrittis, when tamoguna influences chitta. So my chitta, it is influenced by three guna, therefore it has got the three types of vrittis. Up to this, we have seen yesterday. Another point we discussed was basically, this very encouraging point it is. All the yoga acharyas have explained and accepted. Basically, chitta is sattva guna pradhana only. Basically, when the creator created, pradhanata of the chitta is sattva guni. Other two are only auxiliary, subsidiary, or they're only helpful. But in course of whatever the time or reason, other gunas also became predominant more than the sattva guna. We attend to. And sattva guna lakshana is called as jnana. Therefore, basically every one of us have to have Brahma jnana. Like Dashamaha. Just now we saw in Taittiriya Upanishad. But because our extroverted nature and laziness, tamas and rajas, we are not able to discover the sattva gunata of the chitta, after that the jnana of the tattva. Be careful about it. Now that is what the Bhashyakara Vyasa Bhagavan is explaining. One by one sentence I will study and explain to you. Two sentences we saw yesterday, two or three. Just I repeat in a minute, and so 10-12 minutes we see 2-3 more sentences. Very good it is. First sentence of Vyasa Bhashya to second sutra of Samadhi Pratamapada of Patanjali Yoga Darshan. So what is the text? Patanjali Yoga Darshanam. What is the Pada? First. What is its name? Samadhi Pada. Which is the sutra we are studying? Second. What is the sutra? That is Yoga Lakshana telling sutra. What is that? Yogaha, Chitta, Vrutti, Nirodhaha. With whose help we are studying? Bhashya, given by Vyasa Bhagavan. Now, what Vyasa Bhagavan said? Sarva Shabda Agrahanat Sampragnata api Yoga iti akhyayate. That we explained yesterday. Word Sarva is not used in Sarva Chitta Vrutti Nirodha Nahi kaha. Only Vrutti Nirodha kaha. Therefore, even Sampragnata Yoga also is Yoga. Not only Asampragnata Yoga. And 2 minutes or 1 minute let me take to explain to you. Asampragnata Yoga is that where all the Vrutti Nirodha has happened, you are conscious of your conscious self only. A step before becoming conscious of my own self and experiencing it and becoming realized, called as Asampragnata Yoga, intellectually, in my understanding, should I be very clear or not? Ki this is self and this is chitta with its vrittis other than the self. This is the self, this is the chitta with its vrittis other than the self. This intellectual knowledge I have to have unambiguously. That intellectual apprehension that this is self, chitta with its vrittis is other than the self is called a viveka khyati. To be able to do the viveka khyati, be attentive. To be able to do the viveka khyati, the qualification the chitta will have to reach. The qualification chitta will have to reach is called as sampragnata yoga. That is done with ekagra bhumi. How? The sadhanas will be told. With ekagra bhumi of chitta, when we do the yoga sadhanas of yama niyama asana and all of them, our chitta comes to a state of being. That's called sampragnata yoga or samadhi sthiti of chitta. With that sampragnata sthiti of chitta, I am able to differentiate, separate between the chitta as well as atma. Paramatma anubhav nahi hua abhi. That ability is called viveka khyati. After the viveka khyati, wherein this is atma, the chitta is understood. Now, in the desire to get the Atmakna Anubhava, when we lose desire or interest for the Chitta, Chitta Vritti slowly get dissolved. That's called Niruddha Sthiti. When the निरुद्ध हो गया चित्त का वृत्ति, वृत्तियां है क्या आत्मा को देखने के लिए? नहीं है. Therefore असंप्रज्ञात योग it is. Sampragnata yoga means samyak pragnayate. The chitta vrittis are very crystal clearly known. Then an inquiry comes. Who is knowing the chitta vrittis? There must be a knower. Therefore, knower self knowing the chitta vrittis. This differentiation is called viveka khyati. But it's not mukti. It is still at the sattva guna level. Still you are in the gunas only. Still you are with the vrittis only. But in that, when we maintain our chitta for a long time, then when the interest for the chitta and vrittis goes away, they get niruddha. Once they get niruddha, what is there for the self to see? Nothing. There was nothing to see is called as asampragnata. But is it existing or not? Yeah. Then what is its position? It abides in itself. Therefore, swarupe avasthana. That is the difference between Sampragnata Samadhi Yoga, Asampragnata Samadhi Yoga. Keep it in mind. This is a basic thing. This is what we have to develop the entire thing. Again, it will be repeated. When you listen many times, you will get it, the more clarity. So, Sarva Shabda Agrahanat Sampragnata Api Yoga Uchyate. Second thing is what? In Adhyatmika Sadhana and Pragati, without Sampragnata Yoga, of becoming absolutely aware about every vritti conspicuously, the dissolving of the vritti and entering into Atmanubhuti called as Asampragnata Yoga, we cannot achieve. Therefore, Sampragnata Yoga is a necessary intermediate stage. This is how the yoga. So I become conscious. That is what the yoga sadhana is, the sadhana of confrontation. I confront and become conscious of all my chitta vrittis, and that tamas, rajas, anyway, all eliminate and bring it to sattva. In the exactly sattva sthiti of the chitta vrittis, whatever are there, are clearly known unambiguously. Only known, not getting identified like the rajas and tamas. Not knowing is called tamas, identifying the rajas, seeing as a witness is sattva guna. Then only I can reject them and identify with the self. It will come again and again when we see the sutras further. So first thing, Sarva Shabda Grahanat Sampragnata Api Yoga Uchyate. Okay. Now, Yoga Akyayate. Chittam hi. He means verily. Chitta, not the Atma. Chittam hi Prakhya Pravrutti Sthiti Shilatva Trigunam. In every one of us, when you look into our own chitta, let me see in my own chitta, that chitta is prakhya rupa, that I am gaining knowledge sometime. Chitta is pravritti rupa, that I am acting, and chitta is sthiti rupa, it is lazy or sleeping. Therefore, prakhya, pravritti, sthiti are the kshila or characters of chitta. Therefore, chitta is trigunatmaka. Okay, first point. Then, second one is what? Prakhya rupa mi chitta sattvam. Basically, the chitta sattva is prakhya rupam. Dekho, chitta, sattva, the words used are so clear it is. चित्त का बेसिक नेचर क्या है? सत्व गुण. सत्व गुण का बेसिक लक्षण क्या है? प्रख्या. प्रख्या मीन्स ज्ञान. Use, remember these three words: chitta, sattva, prakhya. Chitta means the inner stuff. Sattva is basically sattvic. Prakhya, therefore, it is always of knowledge. Basically. But right now it is not so. Why? Because other gunas have come and influenced. So, which guna comes and attacks, what will happen? That is the discussion. That's what we are in our mind. That is what, after collecting this data called as Shravanam, we have to do the Grahanam and we have to do the Dharana. After that, when you do the Abhyasa, then final stage of Vritti Nirodha and Asampragnata Yoga, up to that we can reach, of course, Paramparas, step by step. So, the Prakhya Rupam Chitta Sattvam. जनरली चित्त सत्व गुण का होने के कारण उसका ख्याल या नॉलेज हमेशा इंटैक्ट होना चाहिए. Or that I am the self, the world is only known by me, I am the witness of it, it is projected out of me, or out of me means from my Maya, the Maya is supported by me. ये सारा ज्ञान हमारे चित्त को हमेशा रहना चाहिए. Because चित्त is सत्वगुणी, सत्वगुण, because सत्वगुण था, it should be प्रख्या रूपम. But right now, what is happening? Prakyarupami chitta sattvam, first condition. Rajas tamobhyam samsprishtam. Samsprishtam. When it is touched by, polluted by, influenced by rajas tamas. Okay. In that chitta, instead of having the jnana spashta roop se, in that chitta, the different vruttis come instead of jnana vruttis. What the vruttis come in the chitta when it is disturbed by rajas and tamas instead of jnana vritti? Aishwarya vritti as well as Vishaya Priya vrittis come. So chitta is sattva shila. Therefore, chitta should be jnana shila. But chitta is disturbed by rajas and tamas. Therefore, it is becoming Aishwarya shila or Aishwarya priyam. So to Vishaya priyam bhavati. So reverse and see. When I close my eyes, in my chitta, if the thoughts of Aishwarya priyatvam, thoughts of the Vishaya priyatvam are happening, that means my chitta is attacked by this rajas tamas. देन इन द चित्ता ज्ञान के ख्याल नहीं है, ईश्वरत्व पाने के लिए, विषयों में फंसने के लिए. दैट टाइप ऑफ चित्ता इज कॉल्ड क्षिप्त भूमिका. What the five chitta bhumikas are told are again are told here in this explanation. It was named earlier, and this guna is there, then this vrutti, that is what told bhumika, but specifically is being said here. So, in the Kshipta Bhumi, the Rajas and Tamas, both of them attack the Sattva to such an extent that Sattva is not allowed to function. Therefore, instead of trying for Jnanam, there is Vrutthis and Pravrittis both for Aishwaryam as well as Vishaya Prapti. So, Aishwarya Priyam, Vishaya Priyam happens in the Chitta, which is otherwise should have the Priyam for the knowledge because of Sattva, Rajas, Tamas attacking. So when you study this subject ना, स्पेशली योगा और वेदांत और एनीवन, हमको ना अपने हृदय में अपने चित्त को खोजते हुए समझना है, देन बात समझ में आती है. लाइक आई एम वांटिंग टू एंजॉय आइसक्रीम और वांटिंग टू एंजॉय टीवी. दैट टाइम द एंजॉयिंग प्रियम, द थॉट इन माय चित्त केम बिकॉज द तमो गुण इज अटैक्ड. और आई हैव टू डू दिस, आई वांट टू बिकम दैट, I should be valued or respected for that this thing I show. All this is called as the Aishwarya Priyata. Trying to become famous, want to become famous, want to be recognized and all. Please understand that means that time the Rajoguna is attacking. In this Rajoguna, Tamoguna together attacking, where are we? Chitta is thrown into the world only. Therefore, Kshiptam. एंड ऑल ऑफ अस ऑलवेज कुछ तो एंजॉय करने का और 10 लोगों के द्वारा शाबाशी पाने का यही कोशिश करते जाते हैं अपन. वी आर बिजी इन गेटिंग नेम एंड फेम, appreciation from people, for that every nautanki we do, and we get the objection, indulge in that. All the vruttis of chitta are only this. That time we are in kshipta bhumika. Now naturally, when the bhumika of chitta is in this way kshipta, how can to that person who is wanting to become doctor, lawyer, engineer and earn money and buy the things and enjoy, ऐसे बंदे को तुम ब्रह्म हो आत्मा बोले तो बाद में देखेंगे, he will tell, he will not be interested. You and I also are like that. This is kshipta bhumi where we are Aishwarya Priya and Vishaya Priya. That is because of Rajo Tamas attacking the chitta, which is basically Sattva-guni, therefore it will be Prakhya-rupam. स्पष्ट रूप से हमको ज्ञान होना चाहिए. You should know, no, I am Brahman, my own Maya Shakti is projecting this world. This should be so crystal clearly seen. That is seen by the chitta when it is Sattva Guna. But Abba, Rajas Tamas. The second sentence is what? Tadeva. The same Prakhya Rupa Chitta, Tamasa Anuvidham. When it is influenced by, overpowered by, suppressed by, subdued by the Tamo Guna. Tamasanvidham, in that chitta, these vruttis naturally come. So whenever these vruttis are there in us, once in a while or naturally, understand that our chitta is overpowered or dominated by Tamo Guna. सो तमसा अनुविद्ध हुआ चित्त का, तो क्या वृत्तियां होते हैं? तमसा अनुविद्धम अधर्म, अज्ञान, अवैराग्य, then anaiश्वर्य upagam bhavati. Upagam is endowed with. The chitta will be having these vrittis. First, adharma. You know, in Gita 18 chapter, adharmam dharmamitya manyate tamasavruta sarvarthan viparitanscha buddhisa partha tamasi. So, adharma priya. Don't want to listen the right way of living or thinking. Only अधर्म taken as my धर्म. मैं जो कहता हूँ वही धर्म है, बट जो तू कर रहा है वो अधर्म है यार, फिर भी यही धर्म. Whenever we are in tamoguna influence, because the sattva is not working, so what exactly correct is not known, and vasanas are forcing from inside. Therefore adharma is given value. चाव चाव से कहते हैं हिंदी में, चाव से, मजे से, मस्ती से अधर्म में कोई बंदा है, इसका अर्थ इज फुल्ली अंडर तमोगुण. मजा आ रहा है उसको अधर्म करने में. सत्य बोलना है कि झूठ बोलना है? सत्य बोलना है, बट झूठ बोलेगा और उसका मजा लेगा. उसको इतना तमोगुण अंदर है चित्त में. सबको हेल्प करना है कि सबको धोखाधड़ी करनी है? ही विल से धोखा ही करूंगा. ही विल नॉट. Like Valmiki yesterday. Till these rishis came, his chitta was with tamo guna. Therefore, he was doing adharma, killing, looting, plundering, and all. The moment he got the satsanga with them, and only one sentence they told, go and ask what your family members say. Immediately, with the company of them, his chitta came into the sattva guna. Then he asks, I am just falling into samsara, please protect, protect. Then they say, रुको, they go and discuss. यार ये तो इतना चोर है, इतने लोगों को मारा, but फिर भी he surrendered to us. Therefore, he should be given an upadesha for liberation. Then they say, mara, mara. And he does it with sattva-guna ekagra bhumi. And then he reaches to that anubhuti. Then he became Trikalagnya, Yogi, Siddha Purusha. Therefore, Bhavishyat Ramayana also he writes. In future, what's going to be. When Valmiki wrote Ramayanam, Rama is still there. Ramakatha was going on. In future tense he writes. See, if he has taught Ramayana to Lavakosha, means he taught in advance only, no? Of the future also. First we explained, अधर्म में इच्छा होता है जब तमोगुण ज्यादा इफेक्ट करता है हमारे प्रख्यारूप चित्त को. Second is what? Adharmam, then avairagyam. Okay? Ajnanam, sorry. Ajnana means what? Either not at all knowing, or wrongly knowing, or incompletely knowing. See, from wrongly knowing, not at all knowing, we have come to the class in which we are trying to know, but incomplete knowing. कोई भी चीज हमको स्पष्टता से समझ में नहीं आता. Even the व्यवहार also. हाँ सुनते हैं, करते हैं, वो काम चलाव ही होता है हमारा सारा, not with the स्पष्टता of the understanding. So we are all at that table, are in not ajnana means not knowing anything, alpajnana. Like when it is told, जाओ पानी डालो पौधे पे, we go and do that. When we get satisfied कि हमने कर दी. But have you observed which are the plants? Which plant needs more water or less water? Because every plant doesn't need full water. There are some plants ज़्यादा पानी डालो तो सड़ जाते हैं वो. Some plants need more and more water. तो more को ज़्यादा, कम को ज़्यादा डाल दी. Why? You are ajnana, means alpajnana. So at that time, tentatively you did the work influenced by tamoguna. Like cooking rice. So exactly for rice to come in different forms, different quantity of the water to be added. है ना, हो तो अलग अलग होना है तो कम पानी डालना है, अलग और थोड़ा चिपकाऊ होना है तो थोड़ा मीडियम पानी डालना है. यू वांट चिपकाऊ राइस, यू हैव टू ऐड मोर वाटर. हम कुछ भी डालते हैं, कुछ भी बनते हैं, कुछ भी खाते हैं, काम चलता है इसलिए ओके. but it is alpajnanam. First, you should know what your stomach is digestible at this age. As the age grows, the food with more water cannot be digested. इसलिए वो चावल जो है ना अलग अलग ज़्यादा होना चाहिए, इसलिए कम पानी डालना है. Because more water added, the bulging of rice is more, the alcohol effect of the rice will be more, then the heaviness and sleepiness comes. You observe, अलग अलग वाला चावल खा के देनो एक दिन thick वाला, you will be sleepy in the second case. But we never observed it. But every day we are cooking and eating from so many lives. That's called alpajnanam, tamoguna. Everything. How much masala to dalo, how much mirchi to dalo. Even this much we don't know how much water to drink. Anybody on the TV says 2 liter पाओ 4 liter पाओ. अरे तुम्हारा समक कितना है, तुम्हारा काम क्या है, तुम्हारी जरूरत क्या है. The one who has to sit for 2 hours meditation morning, if he takes 4 liter water, he will be in bathroom only. He tells something, but अपना दिमाग यूज करो ना, तुम्हारा है क्या काम. You understand? But because somebody told we drink and we can't do any work because again and again you have to go. Alpajnana. They say do yoga asana for health. But what is your age? What is your basic structure of the body? What are the ailments you have? What is the health you seek in? Accordingly, those 6-7 asanas you have to do. बट कह दिया सिखा दिया सीख लिया कुछ भी करते जा रहे, अब क्या फायदा होगा. इट इज नॉट नोइंग आल्सो एंड इट इज नॉट कंप्लीट नोइंग आल्सो. इट इज अल्पज्ञान. सो टू वी अटैच टू द चिल्ड्रन लव. अरे क्यों कर रहे, कितना करना है, कहाँ सोच रहे, दिमाग लगाते ही नहीं. अल्पज्ञान. दिस ऑल तमोगुण लक्षण. So adharmam, ajnanam. Then two more things are there. Avairagya, anaishwarya is a very important one. Tomorrow we'll see them. These are the natural thoughts come when the naturally sattvic chitta is overpowered by tamogun. Then see, tamo rajo, when both of them overpower, aishwarya and vishaya priyam bhavat. Only tamas, then adharma, ajnana, avairagya and anaishwarya. Then only rajas, when it is there with sattva, tamas is not there. These are the gunas. Even rajas, tamas also are not there. Pure sattva, this is the nature. That time is sampragnata samadhi topic comes. When you shuddha sattva guna, not influenced by rajas tamas, he is called as sampragnata samadhi. That time he is called as having the chance for the viveka khyati, where he is able to separate Purusha from Prakriti, Chitta from the Chiti. Chiti Chitta ka alag kar pana. Thereafter the Chitta is dropped, Chiti we identify with. That's a moksha. Chiti means Chaitanya Atma. These things are spoken in the further sentences. We will add up them tomorrow. So only 20 minute ka class ho raha hai. Thoda thoda hum add kar rahe. Let us that way learn. Every day what was said yesterday, little I am touching also, so the connectivity establishes. The point is in our hands. We are doing Shravanam, Grahanam, Dharana and Abhyasa. Uske hisab se phal. I am not responsible for your sadhana and siddhi. Whether even your knowledge also. I can give. Whether you take it or not, what can I do? So when we become responsible, committed, we will be able to do the needful to gain the knowledge, use the knowledge, make the knowledge yield the result. Thank you. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Tomorrow we'll continue with this super